Welcome to today's video. I want to talk about happiness and the foundation of happiness and how to actually completely align yourself with happiness. Happiness is something that we are fundamentally born with. It is the baseline to our existence. And so if happiness and joy is the baseline to our existence, why are so many of us so unhappy? Why are so many people in the world suffering? And why are they so deeply in pain, in agony, in sorrow, in sadness? The reason why people are so unhappy is because we have all been conditioned to believe that happiness is something that you have to acquire from outside of yourself, that it is not something that is innately within you, that it is something that you have to go out and get. You have to get physical things, you have to get that person, that job, that career, that whatever, and then you will be happy. But see, this is the lie. This is the part that is completely misunderstood. And most people are extremely unhappy, including myself in the past, because of their thoughts, because of what they are perpetually thinking about and the thoughts that they are recycling within their mind. So if you want to be connected to that deep, pure, loving joy that is within you, then you need to really check in with your mindset. You need to check in with how are you perceiving things? How are you looking at things? And is that serving you? Is that making you feel happy? Is it making you feel abundant, joyful, enough, worthy? Because in most cases, while external situations, yes, can certainly hinder us, can certainly make us believe that we are not worthy, that we're not beautiful, that we're not enough, that we are not whatever. At the end of the day, it is truly up to us and how we respond to those situations and to those experiences. Are you going to believe those negative ideas and thoughts that other people have tried to project upon you and try to plant that seed within your mind? Or are you going to choose to rise above that and say, no, my baseline is happiness, my baseline is abundance, my baseline is prosperity, my baseline is having absolutely everything in my life that I've ever desired? So where the transformation takes place is within. It's within the mindset first. And if you do not address the mindset issues, then you cannot become prosperous, become healthy, and have that gorgeous body and have that amazing life. And this is the primary reason why most people are unhappy, is because they believe the lies, they believe the stories that other people have made up. And it's nothing more than made up. Because when you think about it, it's when someone tells you something about you, and perhaps it's a negative thing, that is literally just their perception of you. But that perception comes from their own lack mentality. So anytime somebody is criticizing somebody else, it always comes back to lack. I think personally that all criticism is negative. It's unnecessary. If we don't take charge of our mind, if we don't start to really pay attention to how our thoughts are making us feel, then our thoughts are controlling us. We are not controlling our thoughts. So at the end of the day, it always comes back to how much power you have over your own thoughts, how much power you have over your own mind. Can you use your mind in a way that serves you, that is positive for you? So can you use your mind in a way that you are perpetuating and repeating positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts? The thoughts that are constantly keeping you small and keeping you in a belief system that doesn't align with who you actually are at your core. Because at your core, who you are is happiness, is joy, is prosperity, is abundance. Who you are at your core is light, love, unconditional love. And speaking of love, I want to tie unconditional love for the self in here, because if we do not love ourselves unconditionally as we are in this moment, then we can also not create the future that we desire, because it all starts with love. So not only does the mindset need to shift around your beliefs, but it needs to shift around your self-love. How much self-love do you have? Can you love yourself whole and be okay with everything that you are in this moment? Can you just love yourself and know that you are continuously evolving, and that perhaps that dream body that you want, you're going to have, and it's simply just a matter of time? And actually, the more that you love yourself now, the faster you're going to create that dream body, or the faster you're going to create that dream life. Because ultimately, the frequency and the vibration of love is this creative energy. And that's where creation comes from. And that's what I really recognize, is that creation, all creation, comes from love. Yes, some creation comes from hate, from negativity. We're constantly creating 24/7. If we are continuously creating a reality, what kind of a reality are you creating for yourself right now, in this moment? Ask yourself that. Am I happy? Am I satisfied with the way that I am existing in this moment, with the way that I am living in this moment? And if you are not, then the very, very first thing that you need to look at is your mindset. How am I perceiving my life? How am I perceiving myself? How am I looking at myself? What do I see within myself? Do I see myself as prosperous, abundant, beautiful, healthy, vibrant? Or am I seeing myself as not enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not wealthy enough? Fill in the blank. So there's this shift within the mind that needs to take place before a shift on the outside of your life can take place. And many of the people that I've worked with, and I mostly work with women, but many of the women that I've worked with, their fundamental issue was a lack of self-love, was a lack of self-acceptance. And so it all begins there. It begins with how much you love and respect yourself. And the more that you love yourself, the more that you accept yourself as you are in this moment, the more that you're going to start to take care of your vessel, the more that you're going to start putting positive things into that vessel. So when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, hey, beautiful, you are going to have an awesome day. And miracles are going to appear in your world, in your life, in the present moment. They're just going to show up for you like that. That is a mindset shift. That is when you move out of that lack mentality, the not enough, the not having enough, and into I am enough, and I am worthy, and I am beautiful, and I'm capable, and I'm here to love myself unconditionally. And the more that I do that, the more that I feed my soul and I continuously acknowledge that sparkling brilliance within me, the more that I'm going to create the life that I absolutely desire and love. So it's all a mental game. And if you don't get the mind right, and if you don't clear out all of the blockages, all of those false beliefs, all of those negative concepts and ideas that other people have perhaps projected onto you throughout your life so far, if you don't clear out that garbage is going to run your life. But the moment you decide, and here's the kicker, you can decide at any moment. And the instant that you decide is the instant that transformation takes place within you. So transformation doesn't have to take a long time. And you can become instantly different. Because all it takes is shifting your beliefs. Shifting your beliefs into a brand new paradigm. Into, yes, I can have this. Yes, I am this. It's about embodiment. And actually, speaking of embodiment, I have decided to rename my course from Becoming 2.0 to Being 2.0, because ultimately that's what it is. You are being 2.0, and you just start to embody that immediately without delay. You're going to dress different. You're going to look different. You're going to talk different. You're going to think different. You're going to feel different. And in doing that, day in and day out, and getting into this absolute embodiment of your magical self, it's like opportunities will come out of nowhere in an instant. Miracles will just take place in your life. Things that you never expected will just all of a sudden happen for you. This is the creation process. This is how you move into a brand new version of yourself. If you want to know more about that program, you can check out the description box. There's a link there. Being 2.0 is now the journey. We're not becoming anything. We're just going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.